Ladies and gentlemen, Rebecca Marshall.
The definitive American woman of our time. She was claimed this by New York Magazine in 1995. She dated Sir Anthony Hopkins, but could not date him any longer because she thought of him as his character of Hannibal Lecter. She was quoted saying, "Do you want someone eating your brain while you're sitting in your beautiful dining room in Maine?" She could not get past with that. She is known for her biggest scandal of insider trading. And because of this scandal, it landed her in jail, where she was known by her inmates as M. Diddy. Martha Stewart is the queen of home decor and baking. She is very much known for her scandal today, and that's what people kind of refer to her as. She has issues being known with this, but I want you guys to not think of that and see her as successful and see her as a caring person. Martha Stewart was able to find her niche. She got married when she was 19 to a successful man named Andrew Stewart, who was completing his Yale Law degree, and she graduated from Barnard College with a double major in European history and architectural history. Her and her husband bought a farmhouse in Westport, Connecticut, and this is what really brought her opportunity. And this farmhouse was an 1805 farmhouse, and they decided to renovate it all. And this farmhouse really brought Martha Stewart to where she is. This is where she found her niche, and this is where she found that she was good at designing, she was good at decorating, and she was good at renovating. She didn't really know this before, but this house, you can tell, she was good at. And because of this house, this is what brought the Martha Stewart brand. If this house did not exist, she most likely would not have been where she is today. So this house is the essence of who Martha Stewart is, and with that came her brand. Connection was key for Martha. She started a catering business in her basement with a friend. After that, she did a gourmet food store in her town, and she was very successful at that. She was known in town for being really good. She was successful in her own way. And because of her husband brought her more opportunity, which was, he was a publisher, and they published a book that became a New York Times bestseller. He asked Martha to be part of cater the launch party, and she agreed. And this brought her a lot of opportunity. This was something she was good at. And she was able to meet Stan Merkin, who was a publisher of Crown Group Publishing. And he was so impressed by Martha at this launch event that he wanted to publish her. He wanted her to be able to show the world what she could do. So she published her first book, Entertaining, and it was her first cookbook in 1982. So she was able to show different recipes and different ways to cater and different ways to design different events. This book became a New York Times bestseller, and that was really important. It was her first book, and she did really well. And from that, she published in magazines, she published in articles, and she got to be really known from her different cookbooks. And because it was a New York Times bestseller, she produced more. And after this, she in 1990 got to publish her own magazine, Martha Stewart Living. And this magazine was the essence of who she was. She was able to come into people's homes on a regular basis and teach them about how to do seasonal parties, do different things, different recipes for different seasons. And so this came out regularly. This magazine was so successful that she got her own TV program. She became a weekly part of people's lives for a half hour in their homes. And then that was so successful that she became a daily part of people's homes, and she was on for an hour and then a weekend segment for a half hour. So she was very successful in the way of just being able, people liked her, people liked what she had to say, and people loved her designs. And Martha's success really led to her fortune. Because she had so much branding, she formed in 1997 Martha Stewart Living Omnimedia Inc. with a business partner. So she brought all her TV, her print, her merchandising under one brand. And this was important for her because she was able to really take control of her assets. As business majors, we know how important that is, and really take control of that and bring more synergy into her brand. She owned her own stock in October of 1999, and it's funny to think that now because of her insider trading scandal, but it was MSO, and she had 96% voting rights within this stock. So she had a lot of power. So, and even in her company, she was president and CEO. So she was big. She led her company. It wasn't just her name, she led her company. In 2004, as I talked about, she was convicted for her insider trading. And I really don't want you to think about this as much, but I want to tell you about her time in jail, because this could have been really devastating for her company, really devastating to her image, and devastating to just who she was. She could have just been in jail and not talked with anyone. But she became friends with the inmates. People liked her, and she wasn't just this diva in jail that she could have been. But she started yoga classes in jail. She lobbied for yogurt in the vending machines, and she even sent inmates relatives like signed photographs of herself. And also, when she had her compensation of money in jail, she made people goodbye care packages when she left. So she really liked that, and it was nice because I think a lot of people see Martha Stewart as this diva, but people loved her in jail, and it could have been a really bad time, but she made it something that was good. And so when she got out of jail, see, this could have been make it or break it for her company. She had a very highly publicized comeback, and she wasn't able to be allowed to be in charge of her company in any financial way. She wasn't allowed to head it at all. And so that could have been very damaging because the person who owned the company couldn't be in charge of it. But she was highly publicized comeback. She got the Martha Stewart show. She just became very publicized in this way, and nothing went downhill even when she was not running the company. So Martha Stewart is forever a household name. She'll make appearances at your holiday parties, in different seasons of your life, and even in your home decor. She found success, and she found her niche, and she found connection, and she found fortune. This was something that worked for Martha Stewart. She knows she's successful, she's good at what she does, and I want to leave you with this. Without an open-minded mind, you cannot be a great success. Thank you.